week of this, doctors are saying thousands will die, that you should plan accordingly and not just take us on this fly by the seat of your pants roller coaster. Remember, all these decisions you're making and not making and making and unmaking and the uncertainty, it's not just you and your staff. We're all along on this ride. 9:43. Boy, I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be a bad month.
Okay.
On all, I mean,
all right, let's get to our caller.
Okay. Let's get John on the
Hi,
the
John.
line here. Hi, John. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How you doing?
No, we're holding off on our side, staying
That's good.
in the house,
Good
not
to hear.
going anywhere.
Good to hear,
That's
man.
But I was listening about, all this essential traveling and stuff and going to the store. I thought I'd mention that maybe it'd be good if the stores actually only open Monday, Wednesday, Friday to the public, and then Tuesday and Thursday they take the time to sanitize their stores because it's spreading.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be something good to think about, because when I go to the stores, like, I do see people just touch things that they don't need, and they look at it, they dig through things, and then they just move away, and they're not using gloves, they're not, and I stay on the north side, so they like to touch and then rub their face, and then they come in sweating, and then they touch stuff again, and it's making it to the point to where I gotta bite my lip.
This is stuff like you didn't really notice before, right? But now it's like hyper-focus. Whoa, that lady touched your face 3 times and then picked that bottle of ketchup up and read the directions and traced each ingredient with her finger.
This is the point when you go shopping, you get home and you have to wipe everything down.
Yes,
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Like I go to the store, I buy my kids snacks, and right when I get in the house, they run to me, Dad, can I get a snack? I'm like, hold on, because we got to Clorox wipe these things down first. I'm starting to run out of wipes, starting to run low on money to buy some more wipes.
Oh, God, wipes are so expensive.
Nothing good is coming out of this.
Mm-hmm. Get some Clorox bleach, some dishwashing soap,
I got it.
and then get the paper. All right.
The fact is that I keep on buying them, and there's no money coming in.
Exactly, I hear you.
The money is running out, so I'm trying to find a way to stay a little bit more clean. That's why, because I just went to the store yesterday. Right out here in Laddie Heights, a village pantry, and the store was packed. The parking lot was packed. Everybody's in the store. I didn't even want to go in the store. I stayed in my truck until I seen like 5 cars leave. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got the lines taped up in there, but when I went in, people are touching this, people are touching that. I'm not saying they have it, but I gotta assume they have it, so that's what stay more safe.
John, that's what they told us to do. They told us to assume everyone has it, and I also want to bring this up here, and I was guilty of it. We came back from a commercial break. I forgot to put my mask back on, but in watching that press conference yesterday, we had the highest elected official in our land and her number one public health person, and I think also the administrator of the hospital, telling us we all have to wear masks, but they're addressing us with their masks down, and all of that aerosolized.
The color of the lipstick.
I mean, all that spit and all that stuff that the doctors are telling us is how COVID-19 is transmitted. All that's going onto the podium, and then they are touching the podium, and it just was like, that was hard for me.
I just think it'd be really wise. Like, I mean, people can plan accordingly. They need stuff to last them for 2 days. They go to the store on Monday because they're going to be closed on Tuesday for sanitizing. Mm-hmm. It minimizes the chance of people getting infected, man, because it's just too much out here. And I'm doing everything I can to keep my family safe, and I'm doing my part. I'm following all the guidelines that they tell us to do. And then when I go out there, there's other people that, like, they're taking it lightly. It's a joke, and it just irritates me. And I just, like, it's to the point to where maybe if you slap them, they won't do it again. But I don't want to do that because I don't want to go to jail.
Yeah, well, you got to touch them too.
I got to touch them too, Nay. But I'm using gloves now to take off the glove. But that's besides the point. I don't want to go to jail.
Yeah.
And they're not taking this. They're not taking this seriously. There's people dying. The counts are coming up higher, and it's like the lockdown's getting longer. Mm-hmm. Things are only going to get more hectic.
You're right.
It's just getting too much, man.
John, I want to go back to what I said in the video that went around. I said that we're very fortunate on Guam because we're one of the last places to get hit by this wave. So we have everything that has happened before us. Yeah. Every other place has figured out how to let people go to the store in the midst of a government-wide shutdown. So Yeah, you're right. I mean, they should be the governor should tell one Tentago, hey, you go Google how they're doing it over there in American states of USA, and then come back and tell me how they're doing it in this other country.
They don't even need to go and Google. Just sit there and do it on your phone.
Right, yeah.
Sit right next to her and tell her, so that way there's none of this planning and waiting. I'm waiting for him to tell me and get back to me.
Right.
Do it right there.
Yeah.
Get it done.
And I think it's safe to say we're all on board. I mean, when are you ever going to hear a population saying, "No, please take away our rights, lock us down"?
Yeah.
I mean, it's happening right now.
There's just a lot of things of her saying, she can't do this, she can't do that. I would like to wake up in the morning to catch the live show or the live feed and hear that the governor's actually doing this and the governor's actually taking care of that,
Well, to be fair, John, every press conference she has to go over everything that she did at least 3 times, and that's what we heard yesterday was she opened it. And I understand she's making her case. She's telling people, hey, I did this. We did the quarantine. We shut everything down.
To go through all of that because quite honestly, I believe that she's not even the one writing down what she's saying, because she even herself, if you watch it, she kind of has a hard time reading what's written down on the paper. Mm-hmm. So it's like someone else is really guiding her through this whole thing, and it's really making her look like a rookie at this, and it's not nice.
That's why we got to hear from guys like Josh. I mean, Josh is a smooth talker.
Yeah. Well, I just thought I'd put that in, man, because, it's just too much people touching everything. Mm-hmm. You're going to grab something, you got to make sure you're going to buy it, so you grab it off the shelf and you take it with you. They're grabbing stuff, putting it back on, or just moving it to look at it and move it, put it back on. And
catch up.
It's really
you should get a list.
Right,
you should get a list of what you want to get. Before. I think that's what was it Jess Rosario and one of his Jess Rosario from Boca Box. He actually does these tips on our Weekend Edition cast, and that's one of the things that he said. He said, when you go out into this mess, make sure you have your list. And that you know what to get, and you come home.
Yeah, so that way it also minimizes the amount of time you are exposed. You're in and out.
Mm-hmm.
You're in, get out.
Let me tell you, man, I got, kids. Everybody knows my situation, shared joint custody. So if I have to go to the grocery store, they might stay with their other family a little while longer while I go in. I'm not going to be this guy who brings in, 4 wild kids who are just running everywhere, touching everything.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's crazy. I seen a guy over here at Laddie Heights that this was 2 days ago. He left pantry. He got pulled over. He had 5 kids in his car with no car seat, no shirt, and the cop just let them stand in the shade on the side of the road because the car's expired.
Wow.
I was freaking out. I was like, dang, this is not a time to be taking your family on a daily stroll.
I mean, maybe he didn't have a caregiver. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe or something. Maybe. Could have planned that out better,
Right,
something really to take a little bit more serious.
Yes, yes, John. We need to do that. We need to plan minimum time out, and you're right. This is things that we have the power to do this. We already have our own power to do this, John.
What really sucks for me is before all of this happened, I was actually, starting to get my beach body, but when the lockdown happened, I put the 20 pounds right back on.
Hey, I'm right there with you, bro.
Me too.
There with you.
All of that workout and good exercise went down because we're locked down, and we put that weight right back on.
God, donuts. All right.
Well, you guys have a good one.
You
man.
too.
You too. Be safe.
Thank you guys for all the live feeds. Yes, we'll do.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I wanted to just do a shout out before we wrap up the show because he was talking about how he went to, one of his mom and pop stores in the neighborhood, and somebody had messaged me, and I just wanted to give a shout out to Parks Market because, like another store in Tuning that we talked about a couple weeks ago, they've installed sinks outside of their store.
Wow.
So before you go in, they make you wash your hands, and so shout
That's
out
cool.
to Parks Market.
I had a funny story my party told me about one of the stores in the South is they've instituted ahead. They did this ahead of the governor's order. No mask, no entry.
Yeah.
But it was funny because he was like, well, guess what? They sell masks, $7. So you don't got a mask, they can help you out.
What's the name of that store? Because masks are a hot commodity.
Yeah, if you guys are really willing to go down to Inarahan, it's down there. No, but what John said about touching stuff in the store, now's not the time to get experimental with your grocery shopping. Don't be in there I wonder how's this? Oh, how many grams of that is that? Go in, do what you got to do, and go home. Okay.
And stay your ass at home.
Yeah, stay. Really, I mean, We've said this, we don't need to wait for Tina to get the Speaker Tina to get the senators and the governor to tell them what to do, all this. We don't even need that. I mean, yeah, they're going to do it so they can give you guys a fat $5,000 fine, up to $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
But we have the power, we have the authority to
do it ourselves.
And that's what we're going to do.
That's right.
Okay.
Stay home, mask up, wash your hands.
Mask up, everybody.
Mask up.
We're getting gloves tomorrow.
I got gloves. I didn't even get a chance to bring my whole little kit. I have my kit. It's ready to go. I have my hand sanitizer, my gloves, my masks, my alcohol wipes, my Tylenol.
Yeah. And it's always good to go. You got your go bag.
I got it.
Zombie apocalypse.
It's like
go
my
bag.
little red first aid kit.
Right.
It used to have my son's jiu-jitsu stuff, like ice packs and wraps, but it's like, take that out,
Wow, there's a blast from the past, jiu-jitsu.
I know. My son misses jiu-jitsu. Can't believe it. Yeah. No jiu-jitsu for my baby.
All right, 9:54. Hey, on that note, I think we're good. Are you good? I want to address this comment. I don't know if Ken is, he said, is Chris a COVID-19 expert? He has all the answers. No, we're not experts. We're just paying attention. That's all. Everything that we know, you guys can know if you just watch the show. I mean, there's just so many people who know so much more, and so, I mean, are we becoming experts? Kind of just by talking to all these people.
Right.
Right. And I mean, everybody out there, you see in the comments, we're all epidemiologists now. That Facebook Medical University.
Who made the comment, by the way?
Huh?
Who made the comment?
Ken Hernandez.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks, Ken.
All right,
no,
Ken.
We're not experts. He's not an expert.
No, definitely not. Far from it.
Right.